Hi everybody, this is Tora and I'm back with another episode of Outwise Insights, a podcast by freelance talent marketplace Outwise. Here we discuss trending topics within business, technology, and the future of work. Today's topic is achieving a successful digital transformation implementation from a strategic lens. And we have an outstanding guest with us, Jassim Al Awadhi. Jassim's journey began in the satellite industry, and he later transitioned into project management and product design in fixed and mobile products, where he excelled in enhancing customer experiences. Currently, he plays a pivotal role in strategy and digital transformation at one of the leading telecom companies in the Middle East. Jassim holds a bachelor degree in electronics engineering, a master's degree in strategic management, and is currently pursuing a PhD in AI implementation. A published author and an engaging speaker, Jassim, I am delighted to welcome you here today. So speaking to me all the way from Dubai, how are you doing?
Fine, good. Thank you, Tara, for this intro and for the invite. And thank you for organizing this fruitful and hope to be a fruitful discussion.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. So, Jassim, I think I did not say enough about you earlier. Would you like to tell us a bit more about yourself and your current involvement?
Yeah, I'm Jassim Al Awadhi. On top of the good introduction you had, I'm currently working in a digital transformation program in one of the leading telecom organization in the Middle East, and specifically in the UAE. Looking forward to having a successful implementation and launch of that digital transformation. That's what I'm doing. In addition to that, I'm doing a study on AI implementation on the public sector, looking after factors influencing the effectiveness of AI implementation in the public sector, and hope to publish this work soon.
Okay, thanks. Super interesting. And if you don't mind me asking, what really got you interested in digital transformation, really? Is it something you can explain?
Yeah, and digital transformation specifically, I saw that a lot of countries, and there's a push from different countries to invest in digital transformation and invest specifically in AI systems. In addition to that, I saw that in literature that the rate of AI project or AI or digital transformation program success rate, it's between 4% to 30%.
Mm-hmm.
I started to dig why. And I came up to know that there is a well-defined strategy, and but those strategies are lacking implementation frameworks. That's why in this study I'm doing today or now, looking after those factors that impacting the AI implementation effectiveness. And the goal is to establish or to have a well-defined implementation framework for organizations, be it public sector, private sector, to use to have an effective implementation.
Okay, cool. And could you possibly define digital transformation and also in the context of the telecom sector?
Yeah, so digital transformation, mainly it refers to the fundamental and the comprehensive re-imaging of the and restructuring of the telecommunication or any organization from the operation point of view, services, product, and infrastructure. Through integrating and adopting cognitive digital technologies and redefining strategies. It is a digital transformation. It is a long journey. It's not a project that you implement and start to use, but it's a long journey, as Jeff Bezos the founder of Amazon, how he explained digital transformation. He said it is an accumulative journey and there's no shortcuts into it. And in addition to that, a digital transformation, it's a combination of three transformations together. It is a technology transformation, business process transformation, and organization transformation. So all together, it forms a digital transformation program in any organization, be it it's a public sector or private sector. More specifically, Tora, if you allow me to dig more into those transformation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and technology transformation, the main target is to achieve compatibility. What I mean by compatibility, it's organizations either decide to continue with their existing infrastructure to integrate the cognitive technology into it to deliver the desired digital transformation goals that they have set, or build a new infrastructure with the new stacks, which is called Greenfield, and perform the cognitive technology integration to deliver the new digital experience. Usually, in large organizations, it's preferable to invest in or build a new infrastructure instead of investing in the existing infrastructure, as it is more effective and efficient in the long run, since it will save time, will save effort, and will save cost as well. Okay, and the business process transformation, it's the aim, it's to transform the current business processes and the way of work to align with the new digital transformation strategy and make business processes compatible with the newly integrated technology. And therefore, organization will gain the benefit and reduce routine activities, reduce workforce efforts, and at the end, the target is to enhance customer experience and meet customer need.
Mm-hmm.
The third transformation, which is the organization transformation, it is the most essential portion of the whole transformation. Always, it starts with the decision maker within the organization. And who are the decision maker within the organization? They are the executive management. So the objective is to train the executive management on what is digital transformation, how digital transformation programs are implemented, different implementation model, and what time is required to deliver each stage of digital transformation program. All in all, it's uplifting their knowledge and skills on what is digital transformation is. So the executive management at the end, they can do the necessary adjustment of the organization strategy to align it with the digital transformation era and the country in which they operate. Specifically, Tora, why I said the country that they are operate. So they need to adjust their strategy based on the country that they operate. So organizations operating in Europe, they may have different strategies than organization they operate in the US, organization they operate in Far East or Middle East. There's something called the institutional effect. What is that effect? It is the effect of the culture of that country from the regulations and citizens or the customers' behavior. On top of that, Tora, executive management within the organization, they need to build a collaborative culture within the organization to encourage and collaborative environment. This is one of the essential factors to have a successful and effective digital transformation program. In addition, invest in employees to uplift their skills and knowledge in digital transformation, to know the expectation, and this will increase the employees within the organization, to increase their trust and acceptance rate, to adapt to the new way of work and utilize the implemented new technology, and reduce their resistance to change. Last but not least, having a clear implementation framework to implement cognitive technology and to achieve effectiveness in the digital transformation program, it's very essential factor as well.
Okay, thank you so much. That was an excellent explanation. Thank you. And what type of challenges and obstacles could arise during a digital transformation that should be kept in mind?
An area of attention or a challenge in a digital transformation program, it's a lack of well-defined strategy. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is one of the challenges. Also, the robustness of technology infrastructure and its compatibility, a well-defined or the availability of quality of data. In addition to that, Tora, the quality and the well-designed of user interface and user experience, as bad quality or a complicated interface will lead to lose around 80% of the customer interest to try to use the new interface or the new applications. Management readiness and uplifting their knowledge, and employee resistance as well. It's one of those challenges and can be tackled by the encouragement of collaborative culture within the organization.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. And you lightly touched on earlier the public and private sector and also startup and corporates, but you want to add a bit more about how the digital transformation might differ in these different companies?
Yes. And those companies, be it a public sector, private sector, small, medium, large enterprises, mm-hmm. There are three main area of differentiation on how digital transformation programs are derived. The objective and the strategy focus of those sectors. For example, now in the public sector, their main focus it's in improving government services, increase transparency, and enhance citizens' engagement. But in the private sector, the strategy and the focus is in increasing efficiency, increase profitability, and increase the competitive advantage of the organization. So the strategic focus or the objectives of different organization, this is one of the differentiators. The scale on or the complexity of that sector. For example, usually in the public sector, they are very complex due to their size and the scope of the government operation. While in private sector, in small businesses, it is very easy to handle and or drive digital transformation program due to their small scale and low complexity. The third angle as a differentiator as well, it's the culture and the change management. In the public sector, private sector, and corporate, the culture change due to bureaucratic structure and employee resistance to change. It's one of the obstacle, as we have discussed. While in the startups or small corporates, they are often more flexible and adaptable to a change, and it is easier to drive such digital transformation program there.
Okay, thank you so much. It's super interesting. I mean, at Outwise, digital transformation experts and projects is what we have the most of. But also, in your opinion, would a digital transformation expert need to have sort of experience in the public and private sector to successfully execute this digital transformation, or could a digital transformation expert kind of execute it everywhere?
Digital transformation expert, they can drive any digital transformation in any sector.
Okay.
Be it it's a private sector or a public sector. If they are successful in the private sector or at the large enterprises and the public sectors, definitely it will be easy for them to drive it in the medium and small businesses.
Yes, then they can do it everywhere.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. So, Jassim, you've been working with digital transformation for a long time, especially in telecom. Do you have any examples you'd want to say, some successful digital transformations that have positively impacted the telecom sector?
Yes. Tora, and the telecom sectors, they are one of the pioneers in the digital transformation. And especially in the contact center and in retail, where most of the use cases are implemented there. For example, now in the contact center, telecom organization, they utilize the advantage of the conversational AI platform to serve their customers more effectively and integrate it with the omni digital channels to ensure customers have an easy access to unassisted help channels. Based on different consultancy firms, they revealed that conversational AI platform in the telecom sectors, customers, they perceived it as an accepted self-services. Around 90% of the customers who used conversational AI platforms, they liked it. It reduced the average handling time in the contact center by 80%. The number of calls that is deflected to a conversational AI platform is around 51%. Telecom operators who invested in conversational AI as well reduced 50%, or they managed to reduce 50% of the transaction costs. And the customer satisfaction rate increased by 20%. And what is the beauty of that conversational AI? It's a platform that the customer can talk to or chat with to solve or to answer queries, do a bill payment, solve customer disputes with less effort and less time. And why organizations now are now around, based on the last report, around 89% of the organizations globally, they are into the digital transformation program. Why is that? Especially after pandemic, and when customers, they feel the beauty and the easiness and the usefulness of digital experience. 90% of customers today, they are demanding for an innovative services, creative journey, and seamless experience to interact with their organizations or the organizations that they are dealing with.
Cool. Jassim, you sort of stole my question there. I was just about to ask you about the pandemic, what the change was,
Yes.
but you already answered it for me. Wonderful. Is there anything else you'd like to add to this? We're reaching the end of this episode. Do you have a sort of finishing statement you want to say about digital transformation?
Yeah.
How do you see the future?
A lot of push from governments to use cognitive technology and uplift customer experience and how customers are served, be it from public sector, private sector, and different enterprises. And at the end, if any organization, they are not in a digital transformation, or they are not thinking of a digital transformation program to change their operating model, very near there will be out of the game.
Okay, interesting. Just a quick question there. Are you strictly speaking about the Middle East, or is this in general?
In
Are there any? Do you think there are some countries that might be falling behind a bit?
There are countries are more advanced, and
yes.
there are countries are still at the beginning or the early stages of digital transformation. But there's no any country, as I can see now, they are falling behind. They are either at the early stage or they are a bit advanced, like China, for example. They are one of the leaders in digital transformation, especially in the public sector. And around 70% or 60% of the use cases in the public sector are from China. In the UAE, we have a ministry looking after AI, that called the Ministry of State of Artificial Intelligence, that was established in 2017. And they are looking after the regulation strategy of AI in the country that supports the digital transformation program of the countries, and it supports different public sectors and different enterprises and push them to adapt to this new technology.
Okay, very interesting. I think you answered this question perfectly, Jassim. Thank you so much. So I'm going to say thank you so much for this truly interesting conversation. I mean, digital transformation is so important for organizations to keep up with the emerging customer demands. And also, I mean, like you said, just to survive in the face of the future. So I advise everyone who would listen to this to listen to you carefully to what you say. So thanks, Jassim. I wish you a continued great evening.
Thank you, Tora, and thank you so much for this conversation, and wish more to come.
Absolutely. Thank you for listening to Outwise Insights. If you're looking to hire top freelance talents or find your next project, visit outwise.com.